Yo, what is up, everybody? Happy Friday. The weekend is here. Let's ship some orders. Gonna have a few different types of things. We have some linen, some, I don't want to say hard goods, but things you don't find in the clothing section. And then some new tags, some brands you might not have heard before, which is good. And a couple blazers. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get this done pretty quickly. Got a lot of work to do for the weekend. Going out of town. In July, it's like staycations, you know what I mean? Hopefully everyone's doing well. As you come in, say hello. If you're watching this on rewatch, what's up? Thanks for rewatching it. But we'll get right into it. Let me make sure I printed these off right. Desire. Ooh, Desire. All right, let's start. Desire bought some Brooks Brothers. What's up? What's up? What is that? R4ZOR. What's up? Good morning. R4. It's like a droid. What's up, R4? Brooks Brothers linen. I think these are a blend. Yeah, linen cotton blend. But it does. Oh, this helps the sell. That's probably why also I picked it up. The McNutt, Bernard McNutt. So you'll find this type of linen in J. Crew stuff and a lot of Brooks Brothers stuff. And again, it's kind of hidden. It's on the pocket on the inside, but that will definitely help the value. You want to put that in the title. Brooks Brothers, Clark, Bayard, McNutt, Irish linen pants, 38.32, Gulf blue. They sold for $22.99. Paid $5 for them. Good morning from Seattle. Seattle Traveler. 3 out. What is it? 5 something there? What are you doing? It's too early for you. Thanks for popping in, though. Jessica, what's up, Jessica? Jens, always in. What's up? Wanda, good morning. What's up, Cody? Good morning, Kansas City. All right. Or, yeah, Kansas City. I thought it said FC. I'm like, uh-oh, is it a football club? All right. That's sold. So, linen, you're going to be looking out for that Bernard McNutt. You'll find it a lot with J. Crew. $5 into $22.99. Not the greatest. Like, you would think you get more out of those, but there weren't 100% linen. Usually 100% linen stuff sells better. Fun fact, you guys know I wear Lululemon. If you've watched me long enough, I wear like the same rotation. I went through my closet and pulled a bunch of stuff that I haven't worn in months and that I don't see myself wearing. So you'll see a few of these in the next couple of weeks. It's a polo, Lululemon polo shirt, sold for $21.99 via promoted listings. So I'll talk about, if it's promoted or a Nifty sale or regular sale. Last sale was a regular sale. Cookie, good morning, beautiful peeps. Good morning. Starting Friday off right. Now with me, just waking up is starting it off right, We wake up and see the day, whether it's rainy or sunny. It's a good way to wake up. You want to wake up. Cookie, good morning. Jasmine, good morning. Caleb sells in the house. Good morning, Caleb. Morning, Dad. Caleb's got that new-ish born baby. Probably close to sleeping through the night now, which is like the best milestone ever as a new parent. Not a new parent, he's got 2, but as a parent. All right, next item is retail, online arbitrage. This was a Nifty sale. It sold for $34.20, which means Nifty, my crosslister, and my automation tool sent out an offer to someone who liked this. This is a William Murray new with tags. I bought these for $20 a piece. It sold for $34.20. William Murray is coming downhill as far as resale value. I can buy these for $20 now kind of often when they're on sale. So selling them new for $34.20. But when I buy a whole bunch, I'm fine with that about $10 profit. I'm good with that. Good with that. Susie, good morning. Good morning from Vegas. What's up, Angel? I'm coming to Vegas soon. I also, speaking of Vegas, you guys know me. I talk about all sorts of stuff, right? I watched Formula One last night, F1, at the theater. And they had the Vegas Grand Prix, in there and all that. So got me kind of excited for Vegas. You got all the lights and stuff. I love Vegas. Sure, if you live there, you're over it. It's like the Strip. I don't go to the Strip. Not the strip club, guys. The Strip where all the casinos are. Okay, here you go. All right. A blazer made by Joe's A. Banks. Joe's A. Banks blazer sold for $81. $81 for Joe's A. Banks blazer. How about that? But it's not just that. This is why it sold. Harris tweed Joe's A. Banks blazer. That right there, that and corduroys are your money makers in the fall. That right there, that line of fabric that they put in different types of blazers, and you'll find it in hats and pants, but mostly blazers. That's going to be your money maker in the fall. Harris tweed and corduroys. Good morning, Susie. Saw Dierks Bentley last night, so it's slow recovery. Dierks Bentley, the country band, slow recovery. Hey, we'll talk a little softer, Cookie. I hope you're recovering all right. Hope you're recovering. I'm sure you had a good time. I don't listen to country, but I know who Dierks Bentley is. So I'm going to put this in a large poly mailer, one of the ones I get with my eBay coupon for having a store. That's just what I've been getting. Like the past 3 quarters, I just get these bags right here. They come really handy, especially in the winter, with sweaters, sweatshirts, and then some jackets. There that is. It's going to Gobble. Literally, Gobble. That's the name, Gobble. Gobble that. Because of info from you, I scored some double RL jeans with suede and leather fringe. Not sure what to price them at. Cindy, unfortunately, if they have the leather fringe, they're no good. So I'll just give you double what you paid. So you paid 5, I'll give you 10. Just DM me, send them to me. I got you. They have that. Unfortunately, they have that leather fringe that really hurts the value on those double RL. Howdy, all you cool kids. What's up? What's up? Credible. Jab blazer is beautiful. Yeah. That Joseph A. Banks with the Harris tweed is killer. What do you listen to? Caleb, I honestly listen to, I love all music. I just don't listen to 2 genres. I don't listen to country, and I don't listen to the rock that like is screaming. So the screaming rock, those are the 2 I don't listen to. But I'll listen to, I grew up with like Eminem and Snoop and Dr. Dre. And so hip hop, I'll listen to even the boy band stuff that came out of that era. I'll listen to classical. I'll listen to Dave Matthews Band. I'll listen to everything, all the new rap, everything. Just not scream and not country. There are a few country songs that are fine, just not scream. What size are those eBay poly mailers? I don't have my tape measure, but they were the bigger ones. I would say probably close to 24 inches by like 16 or 18, something like that. Maybe 24 by 16, something along those lines. How much was the jacket? $7.99. I pay $7.99 for blazers. I have another blazer that I sold. I also sold this. So I like to go to the thrift stores. I also like to walk by the does that still have the tag on it? No. I also like to walk by the backpacks. This is a Camelback. Camelbacks are known. They have the little slurp on them where you can drink. They're good for hiking, mountain biking, all that sort of stuff. This is the Mule. It's the second one of these I sold in the past few weeks. This one sold for $27.99. Usually backpacks are $5.99 or cheaper. Good morning from South Carolina. What's up, South Carolina? And I know everywhere again, Caleb, where you are in Ohio, it's hot. It's hot. Midwest, East, it's really hot. What's the value range on that double RL? I'm just joshing you, Cindy. I know it's good. I just wish they were mine. I would say, what'd you say? They were jeans with the fringe? Over $100. I mean, I would say anywhere from like 110 to 160, something like that. Kayla, what do you think? Love country. Cole loves country. Listen, I don't hate it. I just don't listen to it. Like, I honestly can say I really dislike screaming music. I can listen to country. My wife is listening to country. But the screaming music, not a fan. at all. That sold for, I do love rock. Favorite group of all time after all that said? Coldplay. Coldplay. I've seen them in concert a ton of times. Love Coldplay. So that sold for $27.99. He's Grandmaster B. Grandmaster Flex, bruh. Bro, I'm just kidding. Good morning from Arizona. 117 degrees. Okay, that is west of the Midwest. Definitely hot in Arizona. 117. Dry air. I guess it's like a hot blow dryer just going right at your face when you go outside. I know going to Vegas in the summer feels like that. Never gets below 100 when I was there. So we see these often, boots that look like these. They're like military issued. A lot of them have Vibram soles. They don't sell for a whole lot, so I don't pick them up, even though they're in good condition. But these are different. Looked at the soles. They have the O. They're Oakley. Oakley boots sell well. Actually, a lot of stuff from Oakley. Oakley backpacks. Not all Oakley. I think I've seen Oakley at Costco, so like polos and stuff. But if you can find Oakley gear, it sells pretty well. These sold for $55 or $50. It took a best offer via promoted listing on eBay. So putting them in, I spent, again, another one of those times I spent $1 or $2 to put them in a priority box. I just would rather do that. If I had to spend $5 or more, I'll put it in one of my boxes, but I like to have my boxes on hand. How much did the Harris tweed sell for? That sold for $80. $81 for the Harris tweed. 81. So we have a 81 followed by a 27 followed by a 50. And none of them regular clothing, really. A tweed, blazer, some shoes, and a backpack, which is all pretty easy stuff to store if you are a clothing reseller, which I am mostly, you guys know. What'd you say? Screaming music, aka heavy metal. Yeah, I mean, I like some heavy metal, but yeah. I mean, I like Foo Fighters. Is Foo Fighters considered heavy metal? I like Foo Fighters. It's going out again, priority. Getting a little stack of boxes down there. How about it? Oh, good morning. Sorry, Josie, missed you. Good morning from Cleveland. What's up, Cleveland? You and Caleb hanging out today? You and Kayway had me laughing the other night. I love your lives together. You guys dogging each other. That's just what we do. That is what we do. We dog each other, and it brings smiles to our face by doing it. Those are the type of friends I always had growing up. And always rooting for them, have their back, texting fun stuff, competition, being competitive. That will both help us, but also dogging the crap out of them. Recently sold some Topo. Those are good. Topo shoes, good brand. I just recently learned about Topo shoes are a good brand, guys. Look it up because I'm pretty sure Topo, the logo is very discreet. It looks like something they'd sell at like Meijer. No diss to Meijer, but just saying. Another one of these polo shirts. I've just been listing them. Pulling out my closet, guys. You could be doing the same, right? My wife and I talk like, what haven't you worn in the past 6 months, and what do you not see yourself wearing in the past 6 months, in the next 6 months? Another one of these polo shirts. This one sold for $23.99. I've just been in this like Polo Ralph Lauren mood if I'm going to be wearing nicer clothing. So I've just been getting rid of some of the Lulu. $23.99. So that's $50 on my own clothing. And most of it's probably been thrifted. How do you test a Camelback to make sure there are no issues? So Andrew, that one did not have the actual tube and what would you call that? The like water reservoir? Would you call it? Is that like they call that a water reservoir? So that one didn't have the water reservoir and the straw, so I didn't have to test that thing. My birthday is coming up in a few weeks. What's up, Nathan? Happy birthday to Nathan. Good morning from Louisiana. What's up, Louisiana? What's up? Good morning and listening and working out. Let's go, Erica. Tell you what, guys, good for Erica. Got to stay healthy. And Erica, listen, I've been walking. I know it's not running, but it's better than nothing. I've been going to the gym. doing some pull-ups or some dips and pull-ups, and then I've been walking on an incline for like 30 minutes, and it's like nothing. If I run for 5, I'm done. But 30 minutes on an incline walk at a fast pace, I'm sweating the whole time. So yeah, I'm with you. Listening and working out. Those are 2 good combinations. You're getting 2 good things done at once. Hopefully you're learning something new and you're doing something good for your body. Are you doing a women's whatnot anytime soon? I know whatnot is your favorite, but whatnot, I don't mind. Cindy, I like whatnot. You guys know me. I like talking. I like shooting. I like whatnot. It's just I do women's clothing on there, so I just have to get enough women's clothing. Right now, I probably have like 35 pieces. I like to get 70 or something like that, maybe even more, of women's clothing to put on whatnot. And you guys know you guys been there. I just start stuff cheap, but I only get good women. I'm not gonna put crap in there. That's kind of why I'm picky about what I put in there. I don't do a ton of shows. So weird hearing at normal speed. Hear the laughs and learning. Yeah, right. Do you do 2 times speed? I forgot you can do that. 2 times speed. Me talking is probably way too fast. Next item: Cole Haan shoes. I talk about this often. I always pick these up if they're at a decent price. These were if they're like $12 or under, but they have to be this mesh or leather. So these Cole Haan's mesh or leather, these are in good condition, $29.99, and they're going to Florida. Por favor, poner el nombre ta cual appearance en direccione. I don't know what that means, even though I took Spanish. I'm just shipping them. And these are going out in a poly mailer, but I'm going to wrap them up. Try some Beartooth. Good mix of music, genre, and you're talking about. Okay, Beartooth. Good mix of music genres. Okay, Beartooth. I will. Look at you, Coffee Master. Is that like a coffee house mix? Is that a coffee house mix? I can tell you what I also really like. I also like EDM, like EDM that are like remixes to songs, or artists like Avicii and people like that. R.I.P. Bladder, that's what it's called, a bladder. Thanks, Cookie. Actually live about the same town as Caleb, funny enough. I'm waiting to see him fan out. Yeah, isn't that funny? We all live like, but we never see each other. There are people that are always like, I can't believe I haven't seen you yet. I know, right? How did you and K-Way meet? So there's this app called Tinder Boys. I'm just kidding. Back in the day, we would go live thrifting. Like people would go, not many would go live thrifting. I went live thrifting, and no joke, in those days, you would have 500 to 1,000 people within 10 minutes live thrifting. It would just be like question after question after question. And one day I was in there live thrifting, and someone said, "Hey, K-Way wants to meet you. K-Way wants to meet you. K-Way wants." So K-Way had me on one time. It's like, "Hey, I see you're a reseller. I'm a reseller too. Let's talk." And from then on, we've had a bromance. So it's just through social media. Oh, shoot. Those were, oh, no. Okay. Just making sure. Where did I get that from? Oh, those shoes. Okay. Just making sure this is going out. That's a priority tab. These are going out ground. Just making sure that they're going out ground. So you see how I do some shoes like that. Good morning. Like super early morning here in Vancouver, Canada. That is also 3 hours behind. Super early. 5:52? Dang. Are you starting to notice change in seasonal buying there already? Lots of fall items have been sold the last week. All of a sudden, it seems early this year. I did just sell a tweed blazer, and those are usually not summer. Those are usually fall. I should see where that's going. This is going to Fort Wayne, Indiana. So 2 hours from me. But yeah, guys, that's why I start listing my fall stuff in the middle of August, which isn't long from now. But yeah, you're going to start seeing fall stuff start kicking in. But I haven't had that much, to answer your question. I haven't had that many fall things, but it does seem early. Right now seems early. I always used to do September 1st is when I started listing fall and winter. And then I moved it to August, the middle of August. in July, I don't know if I could start doing July. That I feel like it would be early, but I still have tons of fall stuff listed. Good morning. I just started using Nifty a couple days ago. It was a bit confusing, but I finally got it connected on all platforms. I tried to cross-list some items, but I was having trouble with the shipping part. It was telling me I had to create shipping policies. Yes. So you need to go on eBay and create your shipping policies, Festive. I don't know where you upload your items from. I list on eBay and upload everything to Nifty, and then it's super easy for me to cross-list from there. So I'll bring you guys over real quick. And thanks for, yeah, obviously, everyone's always in here saying Nifty's the best. I'm always saying Nifty's the best. So, yeah, but I do appreciate you using the code. It does help me out, and it helps you out. You get a discount, and then it helps me out as a affiliate link or whatever. Tinder Boys, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, you know, we do. I went and saw him. He hasn't yet seen me, though. He hasn't come up here. Big fall guy here. I'm so excited to start fall items. You know what, Cody? My wife is too. She loves the fall. It's her favorite time of year. I mean, can't you get the leaves falling down there too? Good morning from Bucky's. What's up, Bucky's? Good morning. I found a new North Face jacket, but it's Drake Boy Meets World Tour. Is it North Face jacket? 2017. It was never out for sale because they were made only for the crew. Wondering what to price something like that at. Oh, that's a good piece. That is something you price high, and you just wait for the offer. You price that high. Drake only for tour people. You probably won't find one like it. No, you price that high. All right, so got this over here. Since I list everything over on Nifty, over on eBay, it's super easy to cross list. So I guess my point is, if you are listing on another platform, I'd recommend either listing just on Nifty. Listing on eBay is the easiest for me, just because of how quick you can go from one to the next, depending on your internet speed, right? So it has it all filled out, and it has all the, you don't have to do your shipping policies back over to eBay because it's already filled out over on eBay. So there you go, already shipped or already cross-listed. So that's what I need to do today. Oh, that just shows you I've listed quite a bit of stuff. How about it? Fall arrives early this year. I work in the beer business, and Oktoberfest beers are already hitting the shelves. So you do live in Kansas City, and you work in the beer industry. Oktoberfest. Yep, I know people love their October beers and their fall harvest beers and all that stuff. I don't drink, but I know it's popular here. The pumpkin beers are popular too. This is a XLT Polo Ralph Lauren Performance. It's sold for $25.99. XLT Performance Polo Ralph Lauren. I can't do a live without selling a Polo Ralph Lauren. $25.99 via promoted listings on eBay. Schools start here August 11th. Us moms are for sure already starting to change out season. See you go. There you go. The moms are changing out. My wife goes back the 4th, and the kids go back 2 days later here in Indiana. My wife goes back. She's a teacher, 5th grade teacher. She goes back the 4th. Kids go back 2 days later, which is so quick. I always say when I was a teacher, like after the 4th of July, it was always sad because I knew in just a couple blinks of an eye, school was going to be here, and which was work. So how are the sales yesterday? Kind of slow, Milky Flips. They weren't super. My sales were kind of slow. I have the last, what would it be? I don't know, 2 days ish. 4 Poshmark, 1 Mercari, 1 Depop, and then however many eBay I'm doing. It's not the best sales, not the fastest. And I've listed. Hi all, it is summer slowdown. July, August, usually summer slowdown. At least the middle of July to August. Tommy Bahama, gosh, I've been selling these like a few a week. Don't like selling it because it's K-Way's favorite brand to sell. Tommy Bahama. This is kind of not a very good, attractive looking. This was on my old background. But it sold for $22.99. If I knew it was priced at $22.99, I would have dropped the price. Probably why it sat for over a year. But it sold, and great, because it's that time of year that I want to get rid of this stuff. Speaking of fall, you want to start listening to fall stuff. What's up, Ray Bay? What's your process of shipping? Do you create shipping labels? Do you make sales, or do you wait until actually doing your shipping? Good question. So I'll just tell you my process from taking photos to right now. My process is I take my photos, I put them in a stack to the side. Once I'm done, I go put them, I bring them in here, and then I put them in the bins that are like the item. So that would go into a short sleeve button bin. I have 3 of those. And I would then, once it sells, what I do is I go from the selling the farthest, like time-wise, the longest away to the soonest. And I pull those items and I put them in order on my bench right here. And then I just print out all my labels at once. And they're all in order. So the top item is the next label. The next item is the next label. So it's super easy like that. I don't do SKUs. I don't do individual, like go to Pirate Ship and check everything and print straight from the platforms. These are straight from eBay. So hopefully that helps. And then I look at my phone as I'm looking down here. I just double check to make sure it's going to the right buyer. Just a quick double check. And while I'm telling you the sold price, like this next item sold for $55 via promoted listing. What's up, Lakeland? What are your thoughts on the smart pricing that Mercari offers when it lowers your price over time? I don't know, Lindsay. I've never tried that, so I can't speak to that. I cannot speak to that. I wish I could be more help. I live in Green Bay. That's right. You live in Green Bay. Born and raised in Kansas. So big fan of the Kansas area sports teams. Got you. I mean, I see your Chiefs logo, but yeah. Green Bay also, you can root for Green Bay too because they're in the other conference, right? So if they come together, I'm sure you're rooting for KC. Kansas City, come visit there. You know I'm all about going in and trying to throw different cities. I love it. Love to compare them. Prime Week slows eBay sales every year. Milky flips. There you go. That could be a reason why your sales are slower. It's Prime Week. Today's the last day, so that's also good. Also saw Target. They had their Target online sale the same exact time. Smart. School starts here in Arizona on July 23rd. Guess I'm old. We never started until after Labor Day. No. Suzanne, growing up, me too. Me too. After Labor Day was when we started. Here's a blazer. It's a linen blazer by this brand right here, Linen and Cotton. This is the only time I found this brand, Boggi, I think, maybe, I don't know. But it's a linen cotton blazer. So I took a best offer for $55. Sirs, are you familiar with, and I said this so wrong the other day, I guess, and everyone came at me. Zegna, I don't care. Zenya, however you pronounce it. We can spell it and read it. We have a cashmere silk light long sleeve shirt. We have it priced high. Is that wise? Only paid $6.99 for it. Cody, did you see one of my latest shorts? So Zegna shirts. Cashmere and silk's a great blend. But Zegna button-up shirts, long sleeve, it's a shirt, right? Not a sweater. It's a shirt. Usually sell for around $25. If they're a more premium blend, silk or linen, cashmere, you're looking at like just under 50 in the 40s. I did some research the other day actually on that. So I don't know what you have it priced at, but that's just what they sell at. Another really high retail, not as good resale value. Priority padded flat rate is how I ship my blazers. Audra, what's up? Speaking at school, list your backpacks. Yep, list your backpacks. I look through the backpack section all the time. So if you have backpacks to sell, like I always usually have a death pile of backpacks. My wife knows all about that. I listed all those recently. See, Amelia says, good point, Audra. Have a chiropractor appointment soon. Thanks always for great information. Everyone, make sure you give someone a smile today. I like it. Usually Cookie says give someone a compliment. That's just a nonverbal compliment, right? Giving someone a smile is a nonverbal compliment. I like that. Found a bunch of brand new Viore Seaside full zip hoodies for $55. They retail for $148 and should sell quick around $100. Is that something you would pick up? For sure. I would spend $55 to sell something for $100, and you said that would sell pretty quick at $100. I'd do that all day long. I'd make my entire business around that. That's great. Takes money to make money sometimes. A lot of people, I mean, there are a lot of people that I thrift around who talk about, you know, they don't have $55 to spend on one item with that multiple items like that. So that's another thing you have to think about. You know, today the debt's the highest it's ever been. So there's not a lot of people with a lot of spending money. I got to wake up and get to it. Wake up, Boogie. Get that Boogie and wake up. What do you think will sell faster on eBay? An item for 90 or exact same item at 100 with 10% promotion? Ooh, good question. Now, 10% sale is different. Promotion, eBay's going to, I would say the promotion, eBay's going to be showing your item, advertising it in different places, putting it at the top of search. My vote would say the $100 item with the 10% promotion. But if you do a $100 item with a 10% sale, I think it's a coin flip. That's just my opinion. All right, let's get to some Poshmark sales. We have 4 Poshmark sales. And when I mean we, I mean you guys and myself. I can't seem to get past 175 listings because sales would be this good. Time to start Nifty. I can't seem to get past 175 listings because of sales. Would this be a good time to get Nifty? I would say anytime you have over 100 items listed and you're listing consistently. Let's say 5 items a day, 25 to 35 items a week or more. That's what I would say is a good time to get Nifty. Then you could branch out onto other platforms. For example, had an extra 6 sales on other platforms besides Nifty sending out the offers. So 60 or 6 extra sales, 30, 50, 100, 116, 106, 170, 100, 170 plus 34, $200, an extra $200 in sales over the last 2 days. So it's up to you. If you can list often, I would definitely recommend Nifty. Again, if you're new, Nifty is going to be your cross lister I showed you earlier right here. It's going to have your analytics, which is your spreadsheet for the end of the year. Also, if you want to be nerdy with your MAD, you can look at all your insights and see what brands are selling the best for you. And it's going to have your dashboard, which we just talked about, sending out offers to people and doing all your sharing and stuff on Poshmark. Does it all in one spot. Plus, it does automatic delist, relist for you. Automatic sales detection. So, like these Brooks that I'm literally about to pack up in front of you, they sold on Poshmark and they delisted across the other platforms. So, you want, I'll put the link for a discount if you're interested in the box below, and then they'll pack these blue shoes, or these Brooks shoes, my bad. These Brooks shoes. Amy D, what's up? I see you in here. So that's my, don't get it unless you need it, for sure. Brooks shoes. These are women's Brooks shoes. Really good condition. Paid $7 for these. $7, the big 7 right there. These sold on Poshmark for $30. And they're going in a priority shoebox. Get it free off the internet. Remember to check all consignment stores. I went this week and found 50 to 70% off sale. Found Johnny was $20, was in shock. Wow. Consignment stores. Okay. Consignment stores and also those buy resale stores. Buy, sell, trade, whatever those are. I'm here. You can start now. I got your box, Amy. Perfect timing. Got your box right here. Going to put those Brooks in a bag, and I'm not going to put any packing material in these because they are tennis shoes, and they can bounce around in the box. Early this morning, usually this is my time. This is my time during at least during the school year, this is my time. This is our time in the morning. Do you keep your jackets for winter listings for high prices, or would you rather keep posting regardless of the season? So good question. I get that question a lot. When I first started reselling, I listed everything I had the moment I had it. So if I went and thrifted 15 items, I don't care what item it was, what season, I would list all 15 that day or the next day or two. But then as soon as I started thrifting a ton and sourcing a ton and all that sort of thing, I would start listing things that are on season. What are people buying the most of right now? So May, if I had heavy jackets and polo shirts, I'm like, all right, I need to list these polos because people are buying those right now. Mostly buying those right now. And then I started getting so much stuff that I'd be able to put the heavier stuff to the side and then listing just in season. So that's what I do now. And a misconception is I keep all of my stuff listed as soon as I list it. So right now, all my flannels and jackets and hoodies and corduroys and jeans are all listed, and they're all being relisted by Nifty. You're just not seeing me sell a lot of the stuff because having done this for almost 10 years now, I know that it slows down. When it's an off season, that stuff slows down. If that weren't the case, you would go into Dick's Sporting Goods or Macy's in the middle of the summer and you would see tons of jackets. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. So argue with them, not me. I'm not arguing with you, Chris. I'm just telling you how it is. How I do it. Do keep does Nifty have mobile app? I have an Android. I couldn't find it. So it doesn't have an app in the App Store. I have a video on how you do it. It's super easy. Yes, you make it into app, and the app is super user-friendly. You can do it all from your app. So you can see everything you can kind of see everything at the bottom. So you have your dashboard. It looks just like the computer. So there you go. Your dashboard looks just like the computer, and your everything. What you do, you just go to nifty.ai. You go to nifty.ai. Well, I don't know about on your phone, but just figure it out on your phone, and you can make any web page into an app on your phone. So just look on how on an Android you make an app. On Apple, I can do it in 15 seconds. So you just make it into an app. I think that's a really smart workaround. If you ever create a website or something and you want to make it and it's app friendly, do that, because then you don't have to pay the App Store fees, which is like 35% or something crazy. I'm sure she was very smart when she first started that. It's my Brooks in a box. Yeah, it is. It's a women's box too. You know what I mean? It's good. It's all good. Have you tried Better Lister AI service yet? I haven't, but there have been a lot of people in the chat that have, and given different opinions, mostly mixed opinions, to be honest. Mixed opinions. No one said it's bad though. People say it's good. They like it. It saves them time. People say it's a little expensive, 50 cents per listing. And then people have said they can list stuff quicker, just some things on their own or whatever. But other people say it saves them a ton of time. I think it's a good thing. I also think there are going to be a lot more competitors to that. I talked about it the other day. I've had a couple different AI software creators reach out to me wanting me to start something similar to that type of deal. These are Doer. This is a brand you don't see very often. This is the second time I found it. Doer shorts. A lot of times you'll find them in jeans. These sold for $22. I paid $3.99. Do you want to know what a thrifting addict looks like? You're looking at one right now, by the way. Yesterday I went to a Goodwill and they had Suit Supply, and I bought them, and I had a little story. I have a little short coming out, a story on that. And then they rolled out another cart right before I left, and there was another Suit Supply. There's another Suit Supply suit on that cart. So I got some sweaters, some suits, blazers, and another suit. So as I'm home, not doing much that night, I'm like, you know what? I want to go back to that store and see if they have more Suit Supply, which they did. They had a shirt, which tells me they probably had more, but someone picked it up. But I did find some shoes. Found Gucci sneakers. Should I authenticate them outside of eBay or let them go through the eBay authentication process? So, Chris, what I normally do, like I sold a pair of Burberry shoes the other day. I try to find ones just like them. I try to see if I can find one just like them. And then quality. Like Gucci, very well made, heavier. So, and they're sneakers, so they're going to be really kind of heavier shoes. Honestly, if I can find some just like them online and they're heavy, the stitching looks good, everything looks right, I would list them and have them go through the authentication center. Doer shorts, but I just met her. Been putting most of my store sale Thursday night through Sunday at 6. Okay, so sale on your store Thursday night through Sunday at 6. That's a good time. On the weekend, people are home shopping. So 7 items over the weekend, which hit my 1-day average goal. Goal is 2 a day. Have to weed out the old bad picks. Good job. I like that, especially this time of year, Heather. You got to run sales. I feel like you just have to. Here is, which I think I'm still running a sale. These are some new tags Polo Ralph Lauren shorts. Sold these for $50 on Poshmark. $50. So I had some pretty good sales over the past, during this live at least, past couple days. With all the errors on AI listers, they're going to get errors, returns, defects. That'll keep the rest of us manual sellers once the below average. Yeah, I agree. When I did the, because Nifty has it too. It has the AI. I didn't even talk about that earlier. Nifty has the AI creator where you can import your pictures and it creates your listing for you. You just have to go through it. There are going to be some errors. You're going to have some pricing things depending on your pricing system. That's going to happen. I think over time it will probably get better. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of like, do you want to do free shipping or do you want to do calculated shipping? There are going to be people who like it one way or another. And there's no right or wrong, right? There's no right or wrong way to store your inventory. Whatever works best for you. And I'm not against any of it. If it makes me more money, like I said last time, I'll do it. Last weekend, I tried the AI part on Nifty, and it took me a little bit more time than just listing my item by myself from my phone. I can list super quick on my phone on my mobile device. This is a Life is Good new with tags. This was $2.99. I believe it's $2.99. Maybe it's $4.99, but it sold for $16 on eBay. New tag stuff to sell quick. Do you feel shoes sell better on Posh? Well, I can tell you this. I sold a pair of shoes on eBay. I sold 2 pairs of shoes on eBay. 2 pairs. 2 pair. And then I sold 1 pair on Posh. And then that should have gone on priority, my bad. And then I sold 1 pair on Mercari. So I would say the last 2 days, eBay was better. Sold 1 on Posh, 1 on Mercari. These are some Kobe Bryant shoes, and they are in such bad condition. Look how it's like ate through the tread and everything, but they're Kobe's. And even like, look, there's a hole up there. There's like wear right there. I will buy Kobe Bryant shoes almost all day long for the right price. I don't even know how much they charge. They probably charge like $7.99 because they're so beat up. And these are going out UPS, so I got to make sure I put them in an envelope, not priority anything. So that's that. Okay, let's get these in here. Again, I put them in these. I just kind of wrap them up like this. Give them a little protection. Amy D, we always like to have a little protection. You know the deal. Just in case anything happens. Those sold for $45 on Mercari. I honestly don't remember the last time I sold shoes on Mercari. Happy with it. Happy with it. Anytime I can sell anything on Mercari is a good day. And then I did sell 1 thing on Depop. That was a Nifty sale. That one sold for $34.21. So they took an offer. Speaking of fall, up in Seattle, talking about coming early. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren quarter zip, like fleece on the inside. It's kind of a different. It's not a rugby shirt because it's a quarter zip, but it's got that striped rugby, which is always popular. $34.21. Even has pockets on it. Paid $4.99 for that. This is going out Depop in an eBay bag. How about that? Depop in an eBay bag. I haven't had a sale on Mercari or Depop yet. Is the shipping similar to eBay? It's easier. It's easier. Depop is the easiest place to ship. It's like 2 buttons and it prints. Mercari, they're all super easy. Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop are super easy to ship. I just print my label straight from the platforms. So ground, and that's going out. And that's it. We did it. We got through it, everybody. That is everything. I got a lot of work to do. I've been debating on doing this video. It's a haul video, kind of talking about my thrift trip to Cincinnati and Dayton. I think I'm going to end up doing it. So look out for that video if you just want to have something to listen to in the background, some stuff I got. And that's it. So appreciate you guys being here. As always, have a really good weekend. Get some new sales. So you were saying you feel like you can list quickly on all platforms faster than utilizing Nifty. No. So what I was saying, Jay, is I can list a sell similar item from my phone quicker. So taking your pictures for me takes the most time. Then if I have a Polo Ralph Lauren shirt or like another Lululemon polo shirt, I can list that quicker. Just going into eBay, listing, boom, 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 boom. I can list that in 15 to 30 seconds pretty easily. And then I can go into Nifty and cross list, boom, boom, boom. I don't have to go into Nifty and make sure everything's right. I also don't have to go in and look at put in the pricing on each platform and then also go down to the bottom and do my policies on eBay. That's just what I do. But I'll give it more tries. K-Way does it and he likes it. So I'm so quick on my mobile device. K-Way also doesn't use his mobile device. So it's this and that, right? It's this and that tip for tip.